So from data and kind of actionable insight into a presentation around turning a business concept into the UK's fastest growing unicorn. So that is Cazoo. We're very fortunate to be joined by Lucas Bergmans, who's the brand director for Cazoo. And he will be having a conversation with Annie Gallimore, who's the MD of Engine. So over to you, Annie and Lucas.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Should we do some quick intros, Annie?
Great, yes. Yeah.
So, hi, I'm Lucas Bergmans. I'm the brand director for Cazoo. I joined early part in 2019, the very earliest days of the business, when we were designing the logo from scratch with the team at Engine.
Hi, everybody. My name's Annie Gallimore. I'm Managing Director of Engine Creative. We are a fully integrated agency who work on clients such as Sky, Money Supermarket, Santander, the Cabinet Office, a wide range of clients with lots of different needs. And we've been working with Cazoo since it began, essentially in 2018.
Great. Well, I think I'll just start by the business because it's a startup, probably one that a lot of people haven't heard of just yet. So we are a startup that was founded in December 2018 by Alex Chesterman. So Alex is a serial entrepreneur. So he founded Zoopla, who I think some of you heard of earlier, and also Love Film before that. So he's got a fantastic track record. And Cazoo's mission is to transform the way that people buy used cars in the UK and make it really, just like buying anything else online today. To date, we've secured over £450 million worth of funding in about 4 different rounds of funding. And the last round, we were valued at over £2 billion. So as we heard earlier, so the fastest UK startup to get to unicorn status, which is fantastic. Just to explain a little bit on how Cazoo works from a customer's point of view. So on our website today, we've got over 4,000 cars available to buy. They are all cars that we own. So we've refurbished those and inspected them to really high standards. And the customers can come on the site, they can browse, they can search, they can buy or even finance a car completely online. And then they can choose either to have it delivered to their home or to pick up from a collection centre for free at a time of their choosing, and it can be as quick as 72 hours, so within a few days. Every car comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee. So once you've got hold of the car, you've got a whole week to decide whether you want to keep it. If there's any reason you don't absolutely love it, you give us a call, we'll come and collect it and give you a full refund. And every car also comes with a free 90-day warranty and 90-day RAC breakdown cover. So that's the kind of Cazoo proposition. We launched the website in December of last year, so we've been trading for just under 12 months, and we sold our first car in December. And then our marketing campaign really kicked in early this year in late January. And really our kind of challenge for a marketing point of view, if you think about the average price of a used car in the UK being about £12,000, we had to work out how to convince thousands of people in the UK to part with thousands of pounds on a used thing that they've never actually touched or seen before until it arrives on their front driveway. So we had to do that and convince people to buy from a company they've never heard of before, that never existed before. And this is in the context of a category of used car sales that has famously low levels of trust. So that was our challenge. And there's really kind of 3 things that we focused on to face into that challenge. Firstly is to make Cazoo a household name, so build awareness really, really rapidly as soon as possible. Secondly, as we're doing that, really clearly explain the really key things that make Cazoo proposition really different and really interesting for customers. And thirdly, really, really importantly, deliver a fantastic customer experience for every customer that buys from us as we go. And with the help of Annie and the team at Engine, we've done just that. We've had some fantastic results this year. So we'd love to share some more of how we did it with you.
So really to go back to the beginning, Alex first came to see Engine through a recommendation in the early days of 2018 when all he had was the name, Cazoo, and the concept, i.e. shake up this category by selling cars online. So he had no office, no staff, no cars. And we worked with him to design the logo, the look and feel, the line, search, drive and smile, to be really clear on what it was that they did, what it was that Cazoo were going to do. And also the delivery, truck livery. And most recently, we worked with Cazoo on their customer centres. And in the first year, we worked with Lucas, as he said, and his team on the common strategy and consumer insight. We talked to a lot of consumers about the concept of Cazoo. And there were people that were definitely unsure about such a big ticket item online. But the people that were sure were hugely excited by it. And we talked a lot about its offering and these 3 propositions. And it was so important from customers for them to have all 3, to give them real trust and real confidence in what this was. So we needed to talk about the delivery to the door, the 7-day money back guarantee, and these free 90 days warranty. So our first wave of communication, predominantly broadcast advertising, was essentially shouting the name and shouting those propositions to really get across what it was that Cazoo was, and obviously what it was that meant that they could trust us. So 3 separate executions focusing on each one to really stick in people's minds.
So yeah, those all went live late January, early February. We saw fantastic results, but obviously we didn't know at the time that a pandemic was looming. So we had a best part of 2 months of full spend and airtime before effectively we had to come off air, mothball the business, stop delivering cars. But what was great to see was we started coming back on air kind of mid-May, started delivering cars again, and our levels of traffic, our levels of sales and our brand health effectively got back to where we left off by about June time. And through the summer and into the autumn, we've just been growing and growing ever since. So really great to see that respond and bounce back so quickly.
And we felt that this was the time to then go out with a second wave of advertising, which was much more deliberately hand-holding for people. You know, people were feeling unsure, and there was a need to focus on the customers who were aware of us, but actually needed reassurance of exactly how the Cazoo proposition worked. So much more, sort of direct TV advertising.
And so we've been going for nearly a year, and our results have been really fantastic, way higher than what we expected. So in terms of our brand awareness, stands at over 54%. So half of the UK have now heard of Cazoo, and that's a brand that didn't even exist a year ago. So we're hugely proud of that. Since we went live in January, our traffic and our sales are between 4 and 5 times higher overall than where we were at the start of the year. And we now sell more cars in one day than an average dealer might sell in a month or a month and a half. And we'll soon be selling our 10,000th car. So we're really, really proud of that. And the bit that we're particularly proud of as a team is our Trustpilot reviews. So we've not only sold a lot of cars, we've delivered a fantastic customer experience. So we've got nearly 2,000 Trustpilot reviews. 93% of them are either 4 or 5 stars. So we've delivered a great service for customers, as well as selling large volumes of cars.
Thank you, guys. Really interesting story. So I appreciate you sharing it with us. I have a question from the audience here, actually, around, are you seeing a more engagement with your model from an older demographic who maybe 55 plus, who maybe have been slightly less willing to transact online, even for online shopping and kind of home shopping? Are you seeing that they're now engaging with this way of buying a car?
Yeah, definitely. And certainly it's shifted. The first kind of quarter of trading, actually, we were surprised how many over 55s were buying online. I think what we find is that the early adopters tend to be people with a fair amount of experience of buying cars generally. Often people that do know what kind of car they want, know what they should be paying for it, and they just come across the car on Cazoo and feel that that's a great deal and a great way of trying it out. So it's that level of confidence that therefore kind of tends to be older people.
Great. Makes a lot of sense. Well, look, unfortunately, guys, we've got to move on because we've got a lot of content today, but thank you so much for joining us to tell us the Cazoo story.